And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents Prime Day Conversations. That's what we're kicking this segment off with. And I'm excited to welcome back my friend, Mary Ellen Zaganovich. You guys know her as the award winning author of several books. Two of them you see right here, that being the newest one, Truth Lives, that I have highlighted on the Amazon Live side, as well as Truth Taking Responsibility and Leads True Healing. I actually have in my hand here, here's the other book, Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire, and she has more to come. I want to talk to Mary Ellen about this extraordinary journey for her. For those of you who are new to us on the Amazon Live side, so glad you could be with us today. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button. You'll notice it's either up in this corner or down below. Also, you'll notice Mary Ellen's books are down below. Now, because Truth Lives is her newest book, we have the Kindle as well as the print both in there. For the other books, you'll find just the print edition, but when you click on them, you can be able to purchase the Kindle as well. The Kindle for the Truth Lives is $3.99. The paperback of Truth Lives is on sale as well for $7.90. So definitely take advantage of that. But Mary Ellen, welcome back to Cyrus Represent and welcome back to Prime Day.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It's always such a blessing to be here with you, and especially on Amazon Prime Day. I love Amazon. It is such a wonderful vehicle for everybody. And I can't believe I actually have products on Amazon. Who knew?
Yeah, yeah. Mary Ellen, let's talk about that. You and I never really discussed that before because I think that is a thing I don't think kind of sinks in with a lot of people, especially us authors, that we literally have products on Amazon. What is it like for you to go from buying other things on Amazon to knowing people can come to Amazon and buy your books?
Oh, it was like a surreal experience. I know when the first book got on Truth, Taking Responsibility, and Leisha's True Healing, and it was on Amazon, I was printing out the page and I was sending it to everybody. Look, I have a product on Amazon. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. And I was just so super excited. And then when it was selling, and then when it got reviews, I was like, wow, this is
Yeah,
fantastic. And it really is a fantastic vehicle for authors and anyone to, you want to get your works out there, Amazon's the way to do it.
yeah. And it definitely makes it easy for us. I know for us authors, especially as self-published authors, myself included, it is a great way for us to be able to do that. So you currently have three books that are on Amazon right now, Mary Ellen, as I mentioned, Truth, Taking Responsibility, and Unleashes True Healing, Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. I mentioned I have it there, as well as the newest book, Truth Lives, that I have highlighted on the Amazon Life side. When did you know that writing books was something that you wanted to do or were supposed to do?
I didn't. I think God talked me into that one. He really, he really would not leave me alone. He kept sending me these messages and he wanted me to write them down. So I finally wrote them down and I just put them down on my computer. I said, there, I wrote them. And then I transposed them and then they finally came out in a book. And that was, of course, Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire, the first edition. And now I have a second edition out of that. I thought I had it right here, but it's your book.
Mhm. Yeah.
And these are just little vignettes. I really, I taught English for a while in seventh and eighth grade in middle school and a lot of different cultures. And I enjoyed doing it. And I always enjoyed teaching middle school. Yet I, I knew I had a book to write. I just did not know that this would be the material. And in
Gotcha.
our culture right now and in our world right now, what do we need? We need inspiration. We need positivity. We need truth. We need God's messages sent to everybody every single day. And that's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to do.
So let's go back a little bit. I do, and I appreciate you guys coming in on the Amazon Live side. Thank you all so much. For those joining us also on Facebook, on Twitter, as on YouTube, I appreciate you guys being with us as well. As we're talking today, as I mentioned, for those on the Amazon Live side, you'll notice all three of Mary Ellen's books are either down below us on the carousel or on the side, depending on how you're watching us. Feel free to be able to click on those. They all are available in print as well as the Kindle edition. All the Kindles are available on for $3.99. So a really great deal. So let's go back to how a lot of people got to know you, Mary Ellen, because I knew you with the first Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. A lot of people, it's hard to believe, didn't know you then, right? I mean, that since you and I've known each other, but a lot of people got to know you for this book, Truth, Taking Responsibility, and Leads True Healing. Could you have imagined that people would be so ready for, some truth. And as you mentioned inspiration, I definitely see you as someone who gives that. But could you have imagined that people would be looking for that?
No, I didn't really think about it. I just
Mm.
always do what God asked me to do. And I constantly talk to God throughout the day, and ask for advice and to help me and all these things. And so when Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire first came out, the first edition, he told me to begin writing a truth of the day. So I said, okay. And then I had a lot of the people that were following my truths of the day say, why don't you put these truths into a book? So I did for truth,
Mm.
taking responsibility unleashes true healing. I didn't use the truths at that time that I had put out. I literally sat down. It took me 7 months to write truth, the one with the peacock on it.
Oh, wow.
Because I sat down and I would try to write like 20 truths a week and put them down. And I wanted to write 366 because my father-in-law, who was always so very special to me, was born on leap year. And I wanted to make sure everybody that was born on leap year had a very special
Oh.
page in my book.
Mm. And that's how we're able to get this particular book. And Mary Ellen, I think the other thing is you have gone through your own journey from book to book, right? Because I mean, it's been great for me to watch over the past decade, to see what you've been able to do. I mean, not only are you writing books, you're doing weekly inspirational shows on social media. You're doing these daily posts. I mean, what has that been like for you to build this audience from project to project?
Well, it's my purpose that, when you stop, I mean, I was an educator, I was a teacher. And when you stop doing that, you always want to have a purpose to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
And it has become my purpose for getting up in the morning. And sometimes I have to really push myself because I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 1989 before there were any medications for it. And that was part of my journey on finding these truths because I studied all kinds of alternative methods of healing so that I could control my MS instead of it controlling me.
Right.
And while I was on this journey, and of course, I've read and studied and even taught all books of the Bible, I began studying different forms of healing, Ayurvedic healing, Chinese herbs, and all kinds of things.
Mhm.
And through these, I just came across all of these truths that never changed that actually help people, inspire people. And they take if you're worrying all the time, take that worry and throw it away. And these books have pages and pages in there that will tell you how to do that. And
Yeah.
it's just so enlightening and it makes you feel lighter when you don't have to carry those burdens around with you anymore.
Yeah. And I think that is so true. I want to go to Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. I'm going to highlight it for those joining us on the Amazon Live site. As I mentioned, the Kindle is only $3.99. You can also get the print edition as I have here. Because what I love about what Mary Ellen does in this particular book, she's able to have these themes that she's able to address. And I love this because there is so much in this book. And the one that I wanted to pick up on today for our conversation is perception. Mary Ellen, you talk a lot about that. For those who have Healing Words of Lessons to Inspire, it's found on page 81 of the book. You write this, Mary Ellen, perception. Your world is as you perceive it to be. If you perceive a hurtful, angry world, then you must be a hurtful, angry person. If you want to change your world, you must first change yourself. Feel the anger, feel the hurt, feel the fear, walk through it, begin to perceive the world you are in as a loving, peaceful place. I wanted to share that, Mary Ellen, because as you were just talking about, it's very easy when you're going through challenges, right, to always look outward. When did you realize the importance of looking at yourself, to looking at that person in the mirror?
Oh, probably when I was diagnosed with MS, because I remember getting the diagnosis and I remember sitting back and I'd been diagnosed as epilepsy at the age of 6. And my daughter and I were sitting in my neurologist's office and she said, well, I had MS, demyelinating disease. And I was like, okay. And something inside of me, well, not something, my God connection inside me told me that I could handle it. I could come through it. And what I teach people is, I could have thought, oh my gosh, I have MS now. I'm going to be a little victim again, like I was a little victim, with my epilepsy. And, or I could create a picture of MS that I want in my life. Because what I teach people is when I die and go to heaven, hopefully, is there going to be any MS? No, there's no MS in heaven. So, in truth, in my true soul right now, there is no MS to deal with. My human form has it. When I've been pushing myself a lot lately, so it's been a little hard to handle. And when I push and push and push myself and don't take those little breaks for myself, then any kind of health diagnosis will is there to wake you up.
Right.
So whatever you see out there is always in here. You have to always take everything back into yourself and say, what do I need to learn from, God didn't put this MS in my life to hurt me. He
Right.
put in my life so that I could learn from it and I could learn to be even stronger and that I could learn then to use it as an example to then uplift and inspire other people.
Yeah. And you've been able to do just that. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, you're watching Cyrus Represent or hashtag Prime Day Conversations, as we're calling it today, as we're on day 2 of Prime Day for 2022. I'm joined in this segment by Mary Ellen Taganovich, who's the award winning author of 3 books: A Truth, Taking Responsibility, Unleashes True Healing, Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. You see it there. And the newest book is Truth Lives. You and I have talked about this before, Marilyn, but because I know we have new viewers that are with us who are, don't realize the difference in the books, what
Mhm.
separates Truth Lives from the other books?
Well, Truth Lives, I'm trying to teach people a new way of thinking. So you can open it up to any page and you can read it. You can read it all the way through, or you can open it up to any page. You can read a page and you can say, do I think that way already? Or how can I think this way in my life? How can I add this to my life to achieve peace, to quit worrying, to assist the world to become a loving, kind place once again?
Right.
And a lot of people, they'll get the book Truth Lives and they'll sit down as a couple together and they'll read one page and they'll discuss it. And then the other person will read another page and then they'll discuss it.
Hmm.
And it's a good way to have your quiet time together as a family or even as a couple.
Love that. Love that. So let's do what Mary Ellen just said. Let's pick it up. Let's choose one. This is always fun. I love being able to pick names, numbers, and page numbers, Mary Ellen. It's always, you never know what you're going to get. Ooh, this is a good one.
Where are you?
Forgiveness. Forgiveness. So this is message number 79 in Mary Ellen's new book, and I do have it highlighted on the carousel there for you guys. This is what Mary Ellen writes. Your most powerful heart medicine is forgiveness. I'm not speaking about forgiving others, although that's an important part of a healing journey. The forgiveness you must practice is forgiveness of self. This type of forgiveness teaches you to release your past and to learn as you learn from it. Forgiveness of self allows you to let go of any mistakes or errors in judgment you might have made in life. This forgiveness of self teaches you to release your sadness and find gratitude for what you learned as you went through the errors. What good does it do to hold on to your mistakes, berating yourself for something that happened in the past? Forgiveness brings you joy, freedom, and a knowingness you are a perfect child of God, the universe, mistakes and all. When you are by yourself, the power of forgiveness sends you love, the love of self. Practicing forgiveness, both of others and forgiveness of self, releases you from pain, isolation, and fear. You now embrace all the love God has to offer. Today, forgiveness is your healing tool to slay fear and bring you back to love. So let's talk about that, Mary Ellen. That's a really good one, which they all are good. But forgiveness of self, a lot of times people don't think about the importance of that. Why is it important to make sure that, as you said at the end, yes, it's great that we forgive others, but why is it so important that we forgive ourselves?
Well, we're taught so much as we're growing up that you have to forgive others, and we're not taught about forgiving ourselves. We're not taught about loving ourselves. Okay. And you always have to forgive self. And when I'm talking about self there, I'm talking about self with a capital S. Yourself, your connection to God, your connection to your higher power. So you forgive yourself. And it's not that you did anything incorrect. I'm not talking about that. But you forgive yourself for listening to their information when you knew, when God was screaming to you in your knowings, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't spend your money over there. Forgive yourself
Mhm.
for going shopping and buying another pocketbook when you didn't even have the money to. Forgive yourselves for going out and eating a gallon of ice cream when you're trying to lose 5 pounds already. It is so important, that forgiveness of self, because you forgive yourself and you get back on your diet or you keep saving your money and you go forward. It does no good to keep dragging your error along with you. Say, oh, well, yesterday I ate a whole gallon of ice cream, so now I'm worthless or whatever. No, you are not worthless. You are very worthy. You are a child of God, and you can,
Yeah.
when you ask God for forgiveness, when do you get it? Right then. But we as humans,
Right.
we wait and wait and wait, thinking we can't forgive ourselves. You can forgive yourself as quickly as God can.
Love that. Love that. It's such a great reminder, I think, for all of us. And I think as we're looking at life, we're looking at all that we're going through, it is so important for us to keep that in mind, Mary Ellen, about that, about the importance of forgiving
Mm.
oneself. A message came in on Facebook. I'm sorry, it's not showing me your name, but they wrote, "Forgive yourself," and that is so true. That is the reminder for all of us to forgive ourselves for sure. So, Mary Ellen, for our audience out there, as they're learning about you, learning about your books, what do you hope the book? Let's just take Truth Lives since we're talking about that one. When they pick that book up, what do you hope it does for them?
I really hope that they will open it up and they will look at a page and they'll read it and they will go, wow, I never thought about things like this before. Or, and really enlighten themselves to wake up, open your eyes to see exactly what God wants you to see how worthy you are, how peaceful you are and you can be. And you can keep that peace with you every single moment of every single day. So I really want all of my books to bring peace and love and healing to everyone they touch.
Yeah, and I think that you've definitely been able to do that. Have you ever had feelings, Mary Ellen? I have experienced this. I'm curious as to yourself. I don't know if I've asked you this question before. Have you ever had feelings of unworthiness in carrying the message?
Not since I've been writing the messages. At first God was sending them to me through the Healing Words book, and I was like, cut it out, quit telling me these. No, I was serious. I was like, nobody's going to listen to me. I mean, look at me. I'm white. I've got bleached blonde hair, or was natural when I was born. I got long fingernails. I mean, look, you really need to give these messages to somebody else who can get them out. And I remember hearing from God. He goes, why do you think you went through everything you went through? And I was like, oh, great. You couldn't have told me that when I was going through them, you know? And that is why we go through our trials and tribulations, to learn to become the light, the perfect light that God wants us to shine. And we all need to come together right now. There's my light and the Cyrus's light and everybody's that is listening and watching's light come together to add light to our world. We need it so much right now.
Yeah. With so much going on and with so many challenges all around us, and sometimes my heart hurts, Mary Ellen, when I hear about people going through different things or experiencing certain things because, you know, you feel helpless in those situations, right? Because there's only so much that we can do when someone else is going through, right? When someone is hurting. What keeps you optimistic? What keeps you optimistic? One, that your messages can make a difference, but also two, that all will be okay.
Well, the one thing that keeps me optimistic is I know that anything that is fear based is actually not real.
Mm,
Only love is real. And I mean, true, the love that Christ came to teach us,
Right.
that is real. The truths are real. All of the fear-based things that people go through, whether I went through them or anybody that goes through them. And yeah, I still go through things, even though I write these things. Yeah, things still hit me and hook me.
Right.
And what the world is going through now, we need to all step back as a world, as a society, and say, what do we need to learn from seeing this disease? What do we need to learn from seeing this infiltration over in the Ukraine? What do we need to learn as a society to become a better society? And
Right.
we need to get the family unit back together. That's just my opinion. But
Right.
I really think we just need to be kind to each other and loving to each other with no motives, no expectations, and no judgments.
Mary Ellen, one of the things that struck me about our very first conversation face to face, and I can still remember this location. This just shows what a big nerd I am. We met together for the first time in Dream Cafe. First of all, how great was that name, right? Remember that?
I
Dream
remember
Cafe,
that.
sitting
Yeah.
there in Atlanta, Georgia. And you
Mm-hmm.
talked about ego and the danger of ego. And
Mm-hmm.
people we use that word a lot, but I remember after that interview really helped me to look at ego differently. Talk to our audience about that because you write about that in your books about the ego. Talk to us about what you learned the ego is and the importance of making sure we're not leading with ego.
Well, your ego will always come from your mindset right here, your thoughts. So, and any thought that you pay attention to becomes real in your life. So, why are you paying attention to negative thoughts? Your ego will send you those doubts. Well, you can't do that. You sure you can do that? That ego will hold you back. And sometimes that ego will make you feel bigger than you are. And so you have to be careful about that also, because that I call the ego the kind of the devil child. Whereas when you get into your knowings, we're right here, I'm going at my core, my knowings right here. That is my connection with higher self, but by capital S. Your ego is your connection with your lowercase s, or your unauthentic self. Your authentic self always comes from your knowings and your higher power. But your ego, you know, I remember my daughter one time, and this is a long time ago when she was a little girl, she bounced into the room and she was like, "Oh, I'm so pretty." And I looked at her and I said, "Stephanie, there's always someone prettier. Don't ever say that again." And she was like, "Oh," because I didn't want her to get hooked into that ego self. I wanted her to stay grounded.
Love that. Tina Siemens, hello to you, Tina. Great to see you joining us from Texas. Tina says such a great conversation. It is a great conversation, and that's what I love about this show. For one thing, I don't write things down, so I can't. I know I'm not asking the same question I always ask, because I can't remember. I can't remember what I've asked already. But I think there's so many different dimensions that we can go into, and that's what is so great about what you've given us, Mary Ellen. So let's talk about this. Let's do the rundown again. So for those who are just tuning in again, I appreciate you guys on the Amazon Live side as we're celebrating hashtag Prime Day Conversations. We're kicking this off with Mary Ellen Taganovich, the author of, I'm going to do a quick rundown, Truth, Taking Responsibility, and Lynch's True Healing. You guys see the Kindle edition is available for $3.99. The print edition is also there on Amazon. Then you have Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. You see it there. Again, the Kindle edition is $3.99, and you can get the print edition. And then we have Truth Lives, and I have that one highlighted now. And that one again is $7.99 for the print edition, $3.99 for the Kindle edition. But outside of the books, Mary Ellen, you also are sharing these messages. So talk to us about the messages that you share on social media.
Well, every day on social media, I do a truth of the day. And on the weekends, it's a kind of a smaller truth with a picture. I do Monday through Friday. I'll do a longer truth, and I try to explain it to assist people in using that particular truth in their life. And so I sit down, like right now, I'm writing into the second week in August, and I literally have to sit down in my quiet spot with God and go, "Okay, God, what do you want them to hear now?"
Right.
And it's interesting because sometimes, I won't get anything and I'll be like, "Okay, fine." And then I keep my awareness level up and I'll be listening to TV or I'll hear this on the radio and I'll think, that's what he wants to talk about. My messages come from all kinds of different places. And a lot of
Right.
times I'll wake up in the morning and I have exactly what God wants me to write about on my mind.
Love that, Mary Ellen. So definitely want our audience to make sure that you guys are following Mary Ellen. So Mary Ellen, that's a perfect segue. How can they stay connected with you?
Well, my website is, of course, www.askmaryellen.com, askmaryellen.com. And there are all about 5 pages of inspirational blogs. There's my miracle with Mary Ellen from Monday. I do my miracle moment tomorrow morning on Instagram Live. So go over there and just connect with me on all social media platforms, and especially stay connected with me right here on Amazon, and especially with Conversations Live and Mr. Cyrus Webb.
I appreciate that, Mary Ellen. Again, everyone, Mary Ellen Saganovich has been our guest. Mary Ellen, thank you so much for the time. Always a pleasure.
Thank
And
you.
looking forward to our next chat together.
I am as well. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tina, and Facebook user, and everybody that was here.
Yeah. And we definitely thank you all for watching this Prime Day conversation as we are here on Amazon Live. Of course, I cannot let you guys leave without sharing some great deals with you guys as well. So we want to be able to share these great conversations with authors like Mary Ellen Saganovich, but also there's some great products too that are on sale that I'm excited about having here with me in my home studio that I get to share with you. So let's get into those. Again, if you have not gotten Mary Ellen Saganovich books, definitely invite you guys to get those. You can get those on our stream today. But as we've gone through now our Prime Day conversations, let's get into some product deals. And we're going to start with something that's been very popular for Prime Day for my audience, and that has been power stations. So let's talk about that. There's one that I recently found out about by Greasel. It is a really cool power station. It has a 3-prong plug. You guys can see it here, and allows you also to be able to have 4 of your USB ports as well. There's also a cigarette lighter adapter there. It is $189.99. It's on sale right now, a cool deal. Also, make sure you guys click on it for an additional amount off as well. So make sure you guys do take advantage of that. Again, a really cool way to be able to keep yourself powered up. Here in the South where I live, we experience a lot of storms. So I love to be able to use my power stations for when the lights go out. It's a great way to stay connected. This is the 300 watt. So keep that in mind as well. And what I always tell people as a rule of thumb, make sure you guys are checking the wattage when you're making your purchases to make sure you're able to power up exactly what you need to power up for when the time comes. Now, I mentioned, of course, using this for when the lights go out. I also use it when I'm doing outdoor events to be able to have power running to this as well. And of course, for those who are campers, I am not. But if you are into camping, spending time outdoors, that way, this is also a great way to be able to keep yourself plugged up and connected. Again, the big pluses of this is you do have, as I mentioned, your USB ports here, able to charge up 4 of these devices. You have your 3-prong plug there. You have your cigarette lighter adapter, and there also is a flashlight that is on the side. You just press and hold the button there, and you're able to get the flashlight once it's turned on. So this is a really cool way to be able to also to be able to have some power as well as lighting there as well. So you can take advantage of that. And then, as I mentioned, all of that is here on the main interface. You to turn the flashlight off, you just press it again, that turns it off. But this again is by Greasel. Again, $189.99. A great deal, especially if you're looking for a power station. Now, anyone who's stayed connected with me over the past year, you guys know I love La Power as well. La Power also has their power station on sale right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. It is $169.99. That is $169.99. So let's go ahead and go over to it on the Amazon Live side. Now, let me tell you what you're getting different with this. So as you're making your decisions about the 2 that I have here, I'm gonna walk you through. These are ones that I personally use myself. I've used La Power longest, so I've gotten more comfortable with it. And there are some added features that the Greasel does not have. So let me walk through those with you. I mentioned the Greasel has the 3-prong plug there. This one actually has a 3-prong and a 2-prong. So you have 2 outlets here, 2 wall outlets. You have a 3-prong and the 2-prong you see there. Also, you saw with the Greasel, it had the one smaller flashlight on the side. The La Power has a larger power light on the back. You press and hold it. See how bright that is? And it lights up the whole back panel. Now remember the Greasel, it only is here on the side. I'm just walking you guys through so you can kind of get an idea of what separates these. The other thing that is different when it comes to my La Power, even though I love this, there is no cigarette adapter. So that is a trade off. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for things that you plug into a cigarette lighter, this does not have a cigarette adapter capability with it. So you do need to keep that in mind. Also, I mentioned with the Greasel, you can charge 4 USB devices with that one. With this one, you can only charge 3 USB devices. So again, keep that in mind. I love La Power. I've used this one now for over a year. It really has helped me out a lot. But if you are looking for some extra things, the Greasel is one to think about, but both of them are on sale right now. This also is a 300 watt as well, so keep that in mind. So both of them are 300 watts. But again, great deals on both of them right now, so definitely take advantage of that. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is we're talking about staying connected, is about this under the desk outlet here. Now this is really cool. I actually have this attached to my desk. It has a sliding area that you're able to attach to your desk. I'm going to show it to you here. You're able to plug up to 4 of the 3-prong devices in it. I have it highlighted in the carousel there. It's on sale right now for $29.99. That's $29.99. This is what it looks like here. And again, this is where it slides actually on the desk. So I have the other end actually on my desk here, but you're able to unslide it there so it stays out of the way. But again, you have 4 of your 3 prongs there, as you can see. And you're able to have, as you can see here on the side, you're able to have 2 of your USB ports as well. Again, this is $29.59. $29.59. It is on sale right now. This is a Prime Day deal. So this is a really cool thing to be able to use. Again, a great way to be able to have your plug out of the way. Again, this one actually attaches right to my desk. It has a section here. I already have the top adhesive actually attached to my desk. It's able to slide right on there so it stays out of the way. But it's a really cool thing. And I like the fact, too, see if I can show it to you, has a nice long cord as well. So you don't have to worry about a short cord. This definitely helps you out because it definitely has a nice long cord with it as well. But again, this is $29.59 on sale as part of the Prime Day deal right now. A great way to be able to keep your plugs all in one place, but also to keep it organized and kind of all out of the way for you. Next thing I want to share with you guys is what I'm actually using right now, and this is something that you guys have seen me use quite a bit. This also is on a Prime Day deal by Windbridge. Full disclosure, I've been dealing with Windbridge for quite some time. I love their products, and I love this voice amplifying system by Windbridge. And I like it because when I'm doing things like this, if I'm doing outdoor events, speaking engagements, it helps me to be able to amplify my voice. This is the speaker system here, nice and compact. You notice when I'm doing my outdoor events, you guys have seen me on Amazon. I have it actually attached to my belt. It does have the belt clip that's there, or you can just be able to sit it on a flat surface. Keep in mind, you don't want the speaker too close because you will get that nasty feedback that we none of us enjoy. So keep that in mind. But this again is on Prime deal for $26.99. $26.99, a really cool deal for yourself, and it's something that you can get a lot of use out of as well. Facebook user says, "Love it, I want one." So tell me what you're talking about, Facebook user. You're talking about the voice amplifier, or which one of the products are you talking about? Because I've gone through a couple of the deals right now, so definitely let me know. Next thing I want to talk about is another cool thing that you guys have seen me use here on our platform, and that is my sensor lights. Now, the sensor lights that I'm using are by Aubin. They also are on Prime deal right now for $13.59. I have some here in my office. You can see it here hanging up on my wall. I like these because you're able to charge them. You don't have to worry about batteries. I'm going to go ahead and highlight them on the Amazon Live side. You don't have to worry about batteries for these. You're able just to be able to charge them up and they're ready to go. And it looks like, guys, these are on a lightning deal right now too. So you definitely don't want to miss out on this. Not only are they on a Prime Day, but they are on a lightning deal right now. 71% claimed already. So you definitely want to miss out on these. You get 2 of these in a pack. They're really easy to be able to hang up. I have, of course, the adhesive here that it comes with here. But I have it set so that when there's movement, it comes on. So you can be able to have it so that the light does stay on. I'll go ahead and show you that feature. So that way the light stays on. I don't actually, move it back here so you can see it. I don't actually use that feature. I do use it for the sensor myself. but you can use it for whatever works for you. But I love this. Again, you get the 2 pack. They're on sale right now for $13.59. I'm going to go ahead and hang mine back up here. But $13.59. And again, it is on a lightning deal right now, which means you definitely don't want to make sure that you miss out on that. It really is a great deal. I have them in different areas of my home studio here to make it very easy for me when I'm walking in, but me to be able to have some light when I'm coming in. For those that are just coming in, you guys are watching Prime Day Conversations and some great deals as well. I'm Cyrus Webb joining me today. I've enjoyed day one yesterday of Prime Day. Now we're here for day two. We bring you guys some great interviews today with some great authors that have books available here on Amazon. But of course, we have to share with you guys some great deals. If you have any questions about any of the deals we're talking about today, feel free to let me know. I'll be glad to be able to answer those for you. All of the products that I'm discussing today in our broadcast, I have literally right here with me in the home studio. So definitely I would love to be able to talk with you about them. If you guys are looking for a Bluetooth speaker, this one also is on deal right now, and it is a really good deal. It is $44.99. It is also, this is a Prime Day deal, so keep that in mind as well. Look at that, well constructed, really good sound, and it's very easy to be able to pair, which makes it really cool. The sound on it is really good, lets you know when it's turned on and off, as you can tell there. So when it turns on and off, you're able to know when it's able to pair with an item. It lets you know that. And the sound on this is really cool. And this is by Musco, and that is the brand that's on sale right now for $44.99. Really cool, really easy to be able to travel with or to be able to have sitting up. I use it right here in the office, listening to the music on my phone. But I will let you guys see exactly how easy it is for it to be able to pair with a device. So I'm going to let it pair with my phone so you guys can take a look at that. And also so you can get an idea of the sound quality for it as well. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and go in to my Bluetooth. Let it be able to pair with the Musco Bluetooth speaker and let you guys hear it. And again, this is a really nice clear sound too. You don't have to worry about the volume being very high, which is always a plus. You'll hear it when it pairs. And you heard the beat there to let you know that it's paired. There's a song that I've had. Don't judge me on this, but there's a song that I've had on repeat lately on my Prime Music that I really enjoy, and that is "Come Home" by Torrin Wells. But I will not play that. But I will play a little bit of Bonnie Raitt. So let you guys hear that. So as you guys can see, really good sound. I'm going to turn it down, turn the volume down here, turning it down from my phone. As you can see, though, really sounds good. And you can be able to adjust it from the speaker as well, adjust the volume here as well, as you guys can see there. But this is one of those cool deals. Again, $44.99. $44.99. It is on a Prime Day sale, so make sure you guys do take a look at that. If you're looking for a really good Bluetooth speaker, and this is one that's durable as well. It's easy to travel with. Again, I just let it sit in my office. I like my music a little loud, so I do have it. But you can tell the bass on that is also really good, so that's a really cool deal. Let's stay with the office for a second. You guys know I love my Inter products, and so I used the yesterday for my broadcast I did outside. I used my Inter Max Hub station, the large one. Today, though, I am using my Inter and Max Hub smaller 4K camera, and that's what I'm actually using. You guys can see here, using for our conversation for today. It is on sale as well right now for $99. $99 is the price of this. So it's a really cool deal if you guys are looking for a new camera for conferencing, for doing streaming like what I'm doing right here. This is a really cool deal. Again, that is the camera you guys see that I'm using here. As you guys can see, it gives you that nice look to it as well. Really easy. It's a plug and play, which makes it very good for you guys. This is a Prime Day deal, so keep that in mind. Regular price is $129. It's on sale right now for $99. Really cool deal. I've had mine since last year. As you guys can see, the quality of it is really good. You are able, I'm going to go ahead and move it so you guys can know it's actually here. I'm going to go ahead and adjust it. You guys can adjust it. As you can see how I'm tilting it there. You can adjust it up and down, also to the side as well. So you're able to get just the right angle that you want. Also, of course, you can be able to adjust it. I'm going to move it there to the side. See that? Easy to be able to do. Again, it's one of those cool things. Again, this is the Enthran Max Hub, a 4K camera that I'm using, the webcam. Really cool, again, for $99, again, on Prime Day deal right now. So definitely make sure you guys check that out. The other thing that I'm using for my computer, which you guys know I love my Bike Cool, it also is on sale right now. But right now I want to tell you guys about this really cool cooling pad by Clem. Now, anyone who has followed me for a minute knows that Clem is a brand I speak very highly of. I use their microphones. I use a lot of their products, but I also have their cooling pad. This is USB powered. It is $14.97 right now. $14.97. It is on sale, so make sure you guys do check that out. It is able to allow you to sit your laptop on it and to keep it from overheating. You're able to pull out the feet on it to make it really easy to be able to sit at an angle. But once you plug it in, it is USB powered. Once you plug it in, you're able to easily be able to keep that airflow going to keep your laptop cool. This really has come in handy for me, and I know you guys will enjoy it as well. And for $14.97, it is a great deal. So definitely make sure you guys check that out. Again, this is from Clem. This is the Clem Pro cooling pad. And again, this is one of those things I definitely love. Gonna move on to the next item I have for you guys. Anyone who's followed me knows I love my solar products, and this solar lantern is also on sale right now. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight it in the carousel. It is $25.99. $25.99. I love this because it is made for indoor and outdoor. You can be able to use it for entertaining, or of course to be able to have it for just sitting outside as well. This is what it looks like here. You guys can see it has the light that's on the inside of it there. And when you cover up the solar panels, you can see it lights up there. Really cool deal. Again, this is $25.99. $25.99. A really good bargain. And it's made of great material too, as you can see there, which makes it really cool for you too. You don't have to worry about it messing up. And again, this is made for indoor and outdoor. So definitely keep that in mind as well as you're looking for something to be able to use for entertaining. It can sit right up on the table. And again, it also can be hung as well. So keep that in mind too. Again, $25.99 is the price of the solar lantern. All right, we're going to move on to our next product. And this has been really cool for me when it comes to cleaning. And I think, for a lot of people, you don't really normally get excited about cleaning. But for myself, one of the things that I have found that I really like are these sponges that allow you to be able to easily to clean things up with just water. So I'm going to be able to share those with you here as well because I think it's a great deal and it's also at a great price right now as well. I'm going to go ahead and get it highlighted on the Amazon Live side for you guys. Let's see. Let's see. But these sponges are really cool in that all you have to do is add water to them. They're able to clean up areas really easily. Let's see here. Make sure I have it in the carousel for you guys. This is the 20 pack that I have here, and I've been using quite a bit of these, as you can see here. Go ahead and make sure I have them added so you guys can be able to see them on the Amazon side, though. But what I like about these is, and I actually have a video that I created for them because I think they're really cool. They're $7.99 right now. $7.99. Let's see. There they are. Okay, I have them highlighted now for you guys on the Amazon side. There you go. Yeah, so this is a 20 pack here. This is what they look like here. And they're really good for pretty much anything. You can use them in the bathroom, use them in the kitchen. I've used them for dishes, that kind of thing as well. This is a Prime Day deal as well. Again, $7.99 for these. And what is also cool about these is you're able to cut them to make them the size that you need them for a particular job. People use them for their vehicles as well. So again, there's so many different ways that you can be able to use these, and they definitely come in handy. And for $7.99, it's a really good deal. Again, these are the 20 pack sponges. You can see I've used quite a bit of them. I ordered these quite often because they really do make cleaning a lot easier and not worrying about using a lot of chemicals as well. Just adding water, removing dirt from the house, from windows. Even, guys, I've even used this on the car when it comes to being able to clean parts of the car as well. So if you guys need something for headlights, that kind of thing, this is a great deal for you guys as well. So I hope you guys found something in this part of our broadcast that you can be able to use for yourself. I want to be able to run back through. I want to also thank author Mary Ellen Taganovich for being with us as we kicked off this part of our Prime Day conversations. Again, for those who missed my conversation with Mary Ellen Taganovich, I want to show you guys again her books. Her first book that a lot of people got to know her for is this one, Truth, Taking Responsibility and Leads to True Healing. Then she has the book Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire. I'm going to highlight for you guys on the carousel there on the Amazon side. And then she has her book Truth Lives. You guys can see it there. And again, the Kindle edition of all of her books are only $3.99. For Truth Lives, the print edition is only $7.99. So that's a really good deal there too. The next thing that we went through, though, after my conversation with Mary Ellen Taganovich, we went through my power stations. So let me show you those again because they are on deal right now. The first one was by Greasel, as you guys can see here. And again, I told you what I liked about this one. For one thing, the price is really good right now, $189.99. That is on a Prime Day sale, as you guys can see there. Really cool deal, and make sure you guys do click through on that because you get an extra dollar amount off of that. Once you click on it, you have an extra coupon there too to take advantage of. But again, it's $189.99. Keep in mind that this only has the one 3-prong plug on this one. It does have a flashlight and it allows you to be able to charge up 4 of your USB devices. Then I showed you guys though my La Power station. Let me go ahead and highlight it again. It is $169.99. Keep in mind with this one, you do get your 3-prong and your 2-prong plug. You're able to charge up 3 USB devices, and you get a larger flashlight here on the back of that one, as you can see there. So again, just kind of keep that in mind. Again, there's no cigarette adapter on this one. There is a cigarette lighter adapter on the Greasel. So as you're making your decisions about that, kind of keep that in mind for yourself, depending on what your needs might be. Also, as I mentioned, we do have the under the desk cable to be able to have your devices plugged into. Again, you can have up to 4 of the 3-prong plugs here. You also have 2 of your USB ports there too. It slides right under your desk, which makes it really cool for yourself to be able to use. And again, it has a nice long cord on it as well. That again is on sale for $29.59. It is on Prime Day deal right now. So make sure you guys do take advantage of that. The next thing we talked about was the Avon rechargeable lights. Again, you see them here. I have them here in my home studio. Really easy to be able to stick up pretty much wherever you need them to be. As you can see there, really cool. It is chargeable. All you have to do is be able to plug it up, and you're able to then set it to the setting you want, either to stay on, or you can be able to have it so that it only comes on when there is movement. I particularly use mine that way. So because I do use them for when it comes to walking into the office, I'm able to easily be able to just have it come on when I walk in. So kind of keep that in mind when you are using it. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is the Windbridge voice amplifier that you guys see. Adjust the microphone there. That you can see I'm using here. So this is $26.99. $26.99. It is on Prime Day deal right now as well. So if you guys are speakers, you're authors, you're looking for a great way to be able to use for speaking engagements, that kind of thing, to make sure that you're heard over the noise. If you saw my Prime Day show yesterday, I was actually broadcasting outside. So it definitely helps you to be able to broadcast over background noise, that kind of thing. It does have the belt clip on it. You're able just to clip it on your belt. The main thing about this is you can be able to adjust. It has a nice volume on it. Just make sure that you don't have the speaker too close here to the microphone so you don't get that nasty feedback. So just kind of keep that in mind. And the last thing I want to make sure, well, 2 other things. One thing is right here, the solar lantern. Again, keep in mind, this is a metal material. It is on sale right now for $25.99. $25.99 is the price right now. It is solar powered. Again, if I do put my hand over the solar panel, you can see it lights up there. A really cool deal. Can be used for entertaining or also to be able to keep outside if you would like to. It does hang or it can sit on a table. And then the last thing I want to talk to you guys about that I mentioned earlier were the magic erasers. So again, those are on sale right now for $7.99. This is a 20 pack. Again, that is on a Prime Day deal as well. A really cool offer for you guys. Again, a nice thickness. You can be able to cut them to adjust them how you want them, but makes them really cool as well. So that's going to do it for us for this hour of Prime Day conversations and great deals. I have a couple more hours coming up with you guys here in just a bit, so make sure you guys are staying tuned with us. Also, make sure that you guys are following us if you're not doing so already on the Amazon Live side. The follow button will be either over in this corner or down below. And all of the items are in the carousel as we were talking about. Some of them, though, are on the lightning deal side. So make sure you know that when they are 100% claimed, they are gone. So make sure you guys take advantage of those deals while you can. You don't want to miss out on those. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb saying thank you all for watching Prime Day Conversations and Great Deals, and I'll be back with you guys again real soon.